These are life hacks that all YouTubers must use to help grow their brands and propel them into growth. That's what we talk about today. Here we go! Hello and welcome back to another video. I'm Alan Spicer, your YouTube certified expert. And if you're looking to start a YouTube channel, grow your YouTube channel, or push your brand out there onto the second largest search engine on the internet, you should click subscribe, start creating. Now, with all the video content editing aside, and you already know to get your niche, get your content, upload 3 times a week, sort out your titles, your descriptions and your tags, I'm here to tell you what life changes, what life hacks you can make to help make that easier, to help propel things forward and make YouTube a much more manageable experience. But before we deep dive into this video is sponsored by TubeBuddy. It's an online browser-based plugin that can help optimize your titles, your descriptions, your tags, get you more views, get you more subscribers, and generally take away the grind, the day-to-day tasks that you just can't be bothered with. It also links up with their mobile phone app in which you can check your stats on the go, communicate with people, and just generally level up your YouTube game. There is a link in the description below on how to install it for free. Number 1, get up early. Now, I know you love your sleep. I do too. I really do. I don't want to drag my ass out of bed at 5 o'clock in the morning. I really hate mornings. I always have, ever since I was in security. I'd wake up in the morning, I'd down a load of coffee, I'd hate the world, I'd eat a Mars bar, I'd ram myself onto a train, and I'd go and work and be grumpy for 12 hours. I get that. I understand that. But in terms of YouTube, if you want to steal an hour's worth of your time in the morning, or 2 hours worth of time in your mornings, every morning, let's say you wake up at 7 o'clock now, but you wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning, it takes you 20 minutes to wake up, you've got an hour and 40 minutes to be productive. And I find an hour and 40 minutes at that time of the morning when no one's around, there's no distractions, is the most productive time you can have. You can focus on your emails, you can send out your email lists, you can edit videos, you can sort out thumbnails, you can have a look at analytics, you can maybe even record some additional content every day. Yes, the first 2 or 3 times that you wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning, you will feel like very warm turd, and you'll hate your life. But I promise you, once you do it more often, once you go to bed at a certain time and you wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning, your body gets used to it. And then it doesn't take that 20 minutes to turn your brain on, it takes 5, it takes 10. Or you're waking up before that alarm because your body's now used to it. Get out of bed, make the most of those early mornings. Use that time to propel you forward. Are you stuck at the moment? Is your channel not growing enough? Or are you stuck in a 9 to 5 job and you don't have enough time for your YouTube channel, but that's your focus in life? You'd love your YouTube channel in 3 to 5 years time to be bigger, to help you, to pay that phone bill for you, to maybe help that rent, or to expand your business. Get up at 5 o'clock in the morning to do so. 2, notebook every idea that goes in your head. I have a little note file on my laptop in which every time I have a vague idea of a video title, I'll just note it down and then maybe add a couple more. So if I have an idea, I write down the title and then try and evolve it. Maybe make a sequel, maybe make one that's before it, maybe reword it a couple of times. These could be ideas for videos. These could be topics, jumping off points. Make bullet points underneath them, just in case you forget what your brainwave was about. See, the best thing about this is you can do it on your mobile phone. Send yourself a text message. Send yourself a message on WhatsApp, or, you know, send it to a friend for safekeeping. These are the ideas that will help you when you run out of content ideas. I personally have a file that possibly has about 50 odd videos that I will make at some point in the future, and every time I make one I tend to add 2 or 3 more underneath because, oh, that's a good idea, and oh, that's a good idea. Or you note down a specific niche that you want to rip apart later. At the end of the day, any excuse you have to keep working on your YouTube channel, the better. And a notepad, whether it's digital, whether it's on your phone, whether it's actually physically writing stuff down, there's no excuse not to. 3, bulk record. In this case, I've dedicated an hour or 2 to myself. I've set up my cameras and stuff, which takes about 20 odd minutes, and I've got my notes now that I've taken from my note list that I've just mentioned. I then bulk record 5 or 6 or 7 videos, and because I put out 3 videos each and every week, it's 2 weeks worth of content plus a spare one. Now, if I do that every Friday, I'm going to be weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks ahead of myself. So if I'm ill, or if it's Christmas, or if I'm fed up, or I can't think of the next idea because I've not been using the notepad idea, then you've got stuff in the bank. Or you can use that as an opportunity to ramp up from 1 video a week to 2 videos a week to 3 videos a week to 4 videos a week, because the more videos you publish online on a consistent basis, the faster your channel will grow. 4. Bulk edit your videos. To be fair, I learnt this fairly recently. I already bulk edited, but I used to bulk edit one at a time. So edit, render, edit, render, edit, render. If you're using Adobe Premiere or anything like that, edit all your videos, save it, add it to a queue. Edit your next video, save it, add it to a queue. Edit, queue, edit, queue. Why? Because those 20 minutes that you're waiting for that video to render soon add up. If you've got 5 videos with 20 minutes each, that's an hour and 40 minutes worth of time that you've actually sat there waiting, seeing the bar go along the end. No, queue them up all the way through the day, and then when you're ready to go home or when you're ready to go bed, click render or click go, and then the computer saves you time. While you're cooking dinner, it's actually rendering those videos that you would have waited for previously. And you've gained yourself an hour and a half, hour and 40 minutes to make additional rendering videos. Make a product, note down in your notepad, or learn how to become a full-time YouTube personality with 3,000 subscribers. A video up here. 5. Build a set. It's infinitely quicker. In my case, I am lucky. I have a room, the shelves are already there, the walls are already there, the lights I can pack up and put down. There was nothing more annoying. For around about 1,000 videos, I'd have to wake up, I'd balance stuff on a table, make a bullshit tripod, set up the webcam, record a load of stuff, and then pack it all up, and then I'm done. 30, 40 minutes of my time, and it would waste my time, and that could have been 4 or 5 more videos and more energy. Now, what I do is I set up my camera, I've got my set here, and then I record. And when I'm done, I click stop, and I'm sorted. Build a set if you can. It could be in a corner of a room, it could be in your bedroom, it could be in a basement, it could be a loft, it doesn't matter. If you've got a place that is dedicated to what you are recording, then you don't have to set up the green screen again. You don't have to set up the backdrop again. You don't have to set up the lights again. You don't have to figure out roughly where the camera was last time, and it saves you time. Number 6, build yourself a routine. If in your own head you know every Friday, that is record day, every Saturday, that is edit day, then you'll get used to it. You'll get into that pattern, you'll get into that routine, you can gear yourself up for it. Or, you know, the night before you'll know that, oh, I can't do that because I've got recording day tomorrow and I need to feel fresher, or I need to feel better, I need to drink a load of water, or I need to go and get that prop because I'm recording on Friday. If you build a routine, it makes it easier. If you build it into your life, it makes it easier for you to create the content and easier to continue to push content out there. And all you need to do really is to make your hobby as easy as possible, because then you'll stick to it for longer. And the longer you stick to something like YouTube, the bigger you will grow. Number 7, have a long-term plan. There's nothing wrong with throwing up a video today, it makes me laugh, and then throwing up another video tomorrow, and then another one next week, and then 2 more next week. If you've got a long-term goal, if you know in 3 years' time you want to have X amount of subscribers, or in 3 years' time you want X amount of income. Let's say, I don't know, you're a married couple and one of your partners is leaving a job in 8 months' time, and you need to focus on 8 months' time, you need to be able to cover their wage when they've left. As long as you've got a goal, as long as you know something to aim for, then it focuses you more, it drives you more, it motivates you to get up at that 5 o'clock in the morning, to make those videos, to bulk edit that content, because you know that you're doing it for that goal, you're not just doing it because, Because if you're not motivated, if there's not something to actually push you, you're more likely to step off that treadmill and not run as fast. And yeah, you might not reach that goal, but you'll certainly get closer to that goal if you're aiming for it than if you didn't even know the goal existed. One of the most important things that you should consider is number 8. Never give up. YouTube is not a short-term sprint. It's a long, long marathon, and you need to keep jogging. As long as you understand it in your mindset that you keep going, you keep learning, you never give up. Because if you give up, you've then lost. But you'll kick yourself that if you just kept going for another 2 or 3 months, that might have been that opportunity. That might have been that collaboration. You might have caught that person's eye. But because you stopped making videos 3 months ago, that video never existed that caught their eye. Never give up, and you will get there, right? You can't end a race by stopping in the middle of it. If you want more tips on how to motivate you and create content, I've done a playlist up here. Remember to hit that subscribe button for regular YouTube tricks and tip tutorials. Hit the notification icon so you're alerted every time I go live. Go out there, start creating.